In nature, the tides of biotic life ebb and flow with the seasons. A species may thrive one year and be gone the next, only to make way for the next population. As such, farms are able to augment the speed at which these processes happen through the use of crop rotation, cover crops, and livestock.
In an annual production system, we make sure not to grow the same thing in the same place every year so that we're constantly taking out the same nutrients and leaving the same ones behind, so there's an imbalance in the soil. We can also do a little research into the symbiotic relationships of crop rotation, what plant follows another plant best because of what it takes and gives again.
For instance, it makes sense to follow peas with kale. Peas are a leguminous plant that fix nitrogen into the soil, and kale is a heavy feeder that needs plenty of nitrogen. The list of beneficial successional pairings is long. However, rotations are not limited to only plants.
The chickens also play an important role in the spring and the fall. They come out to our garden and they eat the pests that are out there. And so they're reducing the number of harmful insects that are in the garden, at the same time leaving that manure behind. They till up the soil, so it's important to turn over the cover crops that we planted over the winter, loosen up the soil. The chickens play a role in really improving the soil physically.
A crop and livestock rotation gives the soil a rest and allows separation between plantings.
We can also separate years of growing by allowing the land to lay fallow and putting a cover crop on it. We keep it covered by using different grasses or plants that give something to the soil.
Really, the best way to build soil is through plant roots. So it's the healthiest way, it's the lowest input way, and it's the way that's the best for the maturity of the soil itself.
Rather than leaving an entire field bare and exposed, cover cropping puts plants in the ground that give more than they take.
The value in a cover crop is really in the roots more so than the top. You know, we think that we got to put all this green matter in, but that's really more valuable as hay or as mulch elsewhere. For growing carrots, we may certainly put a cover crop down in the fall, so that is a change of pace for the soil, you know, new set of microbes, different kinds of roots, you know, attracting those microbes. And then in the spring, obviously cutting that rye off and tilling it in, or using that as mulch and then tilling in the roots.
These cover crops offer both physical and biochemical advantages.
Cover crops are known for holding the soil down and the root systems keeping the soil intact so that it's not eroded by weather. They're also known for producing high amounts of nitrogen that can be tilled into the ground, often called green manures when they're used that way.
The simple concepts of cover cropping and crop rotations with or without livestock can vastly benefit the ecological harmony of a farm system.